Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. We have a slew of new Dune Awakening updates that have been collected by the team. A lot of updates in Signal number 7. I mainly want to go over the Q&A section, which goes over a lot of information. Let's go through that first, and then we'll highlight some of the other information that dropped here as well. As the saying goes, April showers bring May flowers, but the showers are actually sandstorms, and the flowers are actually a sandy death or something like that. The launch of Dune Awakening is quickly approaching. It'll be dropping on May 20th for the official release, May 15th for the early access for those of you that do pick up the deluxe edition or the ultimate edition, the special editions of the game. And like I said, there's a lot in this post, but I want to mainly go over the questions from the community that were answered from their Discord page, and they've outlined all of it, and it gives us more insight into some of the gameplay specifics. A user asked, what unit is used for stuff? Distances, temperature, and weight, and will there be an option to toggle between imperial and metric individually for each? We use metrics because Frank Herbert also used metrics in the book. Another user asked, will characters imported into the game from the creator have one last chance to be reviewed and edited before going into the game? So there is a character creator and a benchmark tool you can take advantage of with the game right now that'll set up your character for the game. But prior to actually going into the game, if you do pick it up with your imported character, you will be able to review and edit your character after it's imported if you made them through the character creator on Steam. So that's great. You'll have the option to edit that before you go into the game. Well, we have a way to prevent guild members to use certain vehicles. Vehicle permissions aren't tied to guilds. These are personal settings that you can adjust. Another question asked, by how much can the fief be expanded? Are there specific upgrades or conditions required to extend its side? You can add 5 horizontal and 5 vertical extensions. To extend, you need staking units. These can only be applied to advanced sub-fief consoles as well. Are there more gun stats than a fire rate and damage? For example, bullet damage, fall off at some range. Yes, we do have fall off, custom recoil patterns per weapon, accuracy, magazine size, reload speed, custom camera shakes, and all that to match the accuracy and recoil, shield damage, stagger, poise damage, slowing effects, holster, unholster speeds, move speed while firing, weapon drag, rotation modifiers, and fun stuff like that. Will there be outfit dye or different color variations of the same outfit? They both have swatches, which are color variations, and variants take the appearance of another outfit, essentially transmog, so you'll be able to take advantage of that. Will there be a public board for viewing what major problems are currently ongoing, or what features or bugs, if there are any, are being actively worked on? We plan to clearly telegraph what known issues are present in the live version of the game to minimize impact that might have on other player experience. Whether that'll take shape of a board list or be hosted on a specialized platform, that is something we are actively investigating and testing along the closed beta test. Bear in mind that they do have an official Discord page. There are games that are in early access that have their own website that you can submit errors to, and they do updates on there. But as long as they have direct lines of communication, that's all you need. Whatever platform you choose to have those direct lines of communication, that is really up to the publisher and the developer on how they can be as transparent as possible. And that's incredibly important for a live service game like this, because while this game is seeing its full release, it is not an early access game. It is still going to be something that is going to have issues, but it's going to be paramount that if you're releasing something outside of early access, there's going to be a certain expectation. When a game's in early access, for example, like the Inzoys of the world, and there's a lot of bugs and glitches, okay, it's one thing. But this is seeing its full release. This is seeing a premium $50 release with special editions. If there are issues, they're gonna have to be transparent on how, they're gonna be resolved and what problems they're working on and so on and so forth. Pretty basic stuff, and it seems like Funcom is fairly well aware of that. As far as being as transparent, given they've worked on other live service games, I'm fairly confident that they're gonna end up treating the players with respect, but in a lot of times in gaming, you don't know these days. Things can be a little bit wild. So those are the questions that were answered in the Q&A portion of the community signal. However, there were some other notes. They went over the pre-order reward bonus, which if you do pre-order the game, you do get a little guy waiting at your base as a pre-order bonus. There's also the Sunset Dye Global Swatch. That is for every edition of the game that is going to be available. They also went over the Exploring Arrakis video. Though Arrakis is hot, dangerous, and sandy, it's still very much beautiful and holds many secrets. Take a look at the narrated video, Exploring Arrakis, that gives you a sneak peek into what challenges you'll face to uncover what the sands have hidden and how to overcome them. They also have some new screenshots. Imperial testing stations all over Arrakis hold echoes of the past and valuable technology. Equip your best weapons and abilities and fight your way to learn unique blueprints and recover resources. Whether you're in for a contract or a haul, beware trouble is around each corner. The shield wall is a proving ground for experienced explorers of Arrakis. Its rugged terrain demands a reliable ground car, but provides valuable resources in exchange. With a harsher climate and enemies, you'll want to be properly prepared. And if you like what you see so far, then you'll love what you hear. They also went over the sound design of the game, and we talked about it a lot, but they did go over the business model of the game and the structuring. There was a 2-hour live stream that had a ton of information and some gameplay elements, and then when they talked about the business model and things of that nature, there are going to be things like post-launch updates, free updates. However, there are also going to be paid updates for the game. That is going to be tied to story as well. So ultimately, if they have a nice balance of free updates and paid updates, I don't think there's an issue with having paid updates for a game that's as expansive as this. It's just being managed about all of it. As long as it's managed, I think it's fine. And if fundamentally the base game offers a lot for the players, that's how you're going to get people to spend more money later on, especially if you treat the players with respect with free updates and then you do a paid update. Look at what Capcom does with Monster Hunter. They do so many free updates, and then when they drop an Iceborne, you know, everybody's all over it picking it up. It should be modeled after that. I'm not saying it has to be as big of an update or an expansion as Iceborne, but you get the idea. The general principles should be applied when you are talking about a live servicey game like this. But a lot of updates there, and a lot more updates to come in the coming weeks. We're about 5 or 6 weeks away from the release of the game, and expect a lot more updates leading into May 20th for the official release, and then the deluxe edition, which is $20 more, and then the ultimate edition, which is $30 more. That'll be giving you access on May the 15th. The base game is $49.99. If you're debating what edition of Dune Awakening to buy, if you do want the early access, or the fake early access, however you want to interpret it, the $69.99 version, the second option, I would say is probably the best one. That gives you the actual content updates that are coming to the game. The Ultimate Edition, the $90 version, is really just cosmetics and things of that nature. Unless you're a super fan and you want all that, I don't think it's necessary. I think if you want the version with the early access, which is definitely going to get a lot of people to pick that up, the $70 edition is probably the best route. Otherwise, $50, wait till May 20th. That is really up to you. And do check out the benchmark tool, but as always, with tools like that, do take it as just a guideline. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, you guys, and stay tuned for more coverage of Dune Awakening, and go check out the character creator for yourself. As always, guys, peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.